Do I have a higher voice? Yeah. Definitely on the higher side. But I think people always misconstrue the tone of my voice a lot. Where they make it seem like I am a little pipsqueak. I'm not. I do have a higher voice, but ever since I stopped, or like ever since I realized, ever since I learned how to not talk nasally anymore, or COVID and everything happened, blah blah blah. Is it higher? Yes, but it has. I don't. Man, I'm missing the words in English to explain what I'm trying to say. It has bassy undertones. My voice is still very bassy. Is it higher? Yes, but it's not pipsqueak, is it? It's a very bassy voice. Whenever people mimic me, they're like, I don't sound like especially not anymore. It's got it's very. It's got a lot of bass. It's got a lot of bop in it. You know what I mean? You know what? Bop. It's got bop in it. I don't know how to best explain it. It's got bop. Yeah, plus there's so much room upwards. You hear it in the voice cracks. Like, let me do funny voices. There's so much room in the upper field. There's also room in the lower field. Ish. Say ara and we understand. Manliest bop I've heard this year. I know. The change in yours made me feel weird about mine, and that it was too nasally and monotone. I genuinely, like, streaming made me understand how nasally I sound, because I genuinely did talk nasally. But it's something I didn't notice until streaming. Because there have been many occasions, especially when you're sick, where I suppose if you talk very nasally, right? When you're sick, it impacts your speech. But I just figured it's because I'm sick. I didn't figure it's because I speak nasally. I also think people don't even realize themselves. Yeah, that's what happened to me. I never actively understood that I talk nasally. I didn't know. 'Cause that's just how I fucking talked. I've never been aware of it. It wasn't something I consciously do. That's just how I learned to speak. Done. I've always been aware of issues with my voice, but if I want to do something about it, I have to either undergo surgery or vocal training, neither of which I'm going to do, so I've just learned to live with those issues. Yeah, I mean, if it works, it works, right? My nasally speech worked plenty fine. It worked well, but then speaking all day, every day, I just took notice of it, and it naturally, without vocal training, without surgeries, without any invasive measurements, it itself fixed itself. Which is funny because sometimes I still don't know if I'm doing it right. Because if I talk a bit more nasally like this, just a little bit.
This is what I love about this area in USA. I won't dox myself, but where I work, I go to installations at hospital almost every day in weekdays, and
Yes.
people are so friendly that we even respect each other and be polite.
That's so
Every
sweet.
interaction I have, we even make nice and greet you have a good one or good day.
Hey!
You too. Because you're not
I
sure
love
when
that.
you'll see them again, but it's nice sentiment and we should all need that. Glad shy heart shy happy.
That's so sweet. No, but I sometimes, because like I never had vocal training, but during streaming, I realized because of the amount of talking you do for hours without a break, I did notice how I talk nasally and how it impacts my speech, especially my phlegm in the nose. 'Cause my nose was really stuffy, probably because I talk so nasally. So lots of my airflow and speech pattern goes through my nose, which makes my nose stuffy. Now, my nose is so free. I can sniff and smell in 4K, right? Yeah, I feel like if you use it 24/7, it becomes so much more visible, right? But it adjusted itself naturally. But because I did that without vocal training, sometimes I still wonder if I'm doing it right, because here's why. Whenever I feel a bit silly, like this, and I talk a bit more nasally again, I feel like I can talk longer. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure if I'm doing it right still, because whenever I add a little bit more nasal, because we're just in that mood where, man, I like to feel cute, you know? Whenever I'm in the mood, and yeah, I feel like whenever, I wouldn't say higher pitch, when, like this, when I talk more nasally, when I push the air through my nose a bit more, like so, I feel like I can just talk longer. It's less straining. I don't know why. There is not such a big strain. I don't know. It's weird. But hey, I can yap for hours on end regardless, so I really don't feel like there's the need for any speech therapy or anything, really, like, whatever. It appears to me that it takes effort to speak with your true voice. Being lazy about it causes the voice to warp and doing that for too long, and you think that's your actual voice. Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, I think that's possible. Yeah. I also think it just... Okay, I also think it genuinely takes effort to not talk like this the whole time. I do think it takes effort to not talk so monotone... What am I saying? There is a certain strain that you produce if you do not talk like this the whole time. You know, it's hard to explain. So, wanting to convey emotions or just having a good time and having things naturally. Yeah, if you don't sound like a robot, I feel like it just takes effort. So, of course, you'll get more tired, I guess. Yeah. Oh, makes sense to me. Going to put people to sleep being monotone? Hey, I'm just saying, some people make it work. I'm just saying. Some people's whole appeal and personality is that they are very monotone. Monotone sounds like it takes a lot more effort. Okay. Correction. I think talking monotone might require more effort mentally because you have to hold back and suppress. But I don't think it takes more effort physically. I think it's probably very good for your vocals. Maybe. I don't know. Sorry. Weird hiccup. Meow. Jitsi, thank you for 12 months. Ooh. I'm French, and French is #1 monotone language. Men talk monotonely more often. That is probably correct. I feel like the pattern is there. Yes. Yeah, I feel like mentally it takes more effort to talk monotone, but physically I don't. I think physically it's like you save energy. By the way, ever since they changed the model to the animal-like model, you are so cute in the face. That is so sweet. What the heck? Also, for the next meet and greet, virtual next meet and greet, right? It's not really possible IRL, but for my next virtual meet and greet, I will prepare better. I don't know why, but it just didn't occur to me that people were gonna be excited to take pictures with the furry and or the opposite, like the more fleshen model. So I will prepare accordingly next time because I did switch around when people asked for it. I was very happy to, but it took time. It doesn't load very quickly. But if I preload both models and simply configure keybinds and that swap, one model in and out of the field of view, then it will be a much smoother process. No one asked for the casino bunny, no. I just realized, no one's ever asked for the casino bunny. No one's ever asked for it. That's crazy. Yeah, Shane. You can be the first one.
I have to admit this model has me on a 22 stream streak for some reason. I'm still figuring out why. This definitely requires more research.
You should.
To lurk.
I agree. You should research deeply into what exactly is happening. It's too hard to handle. Yeah, I think with the bunny model, I think the bunny model is more people. I think because it's an illustration model, assume there is more setup, and they probably just don't want to be bothersome. They see the model isn't on display, and then they're just like, all right. But I guess with the furry model, we've used it a lot since releasing it, like the past 3 weeks, and also it looks more like a regular model. So I think people are more confident to be like, can I take a picture? Just one question. Can I take a picture with the furry model? I've also offered it whenever people were like, I love your furry model, yada yada. And I was like, would you like me to switch to it for a picture? Is that what you want? Because, when people come up and they compliment it, I'm like, maybe I should throw it out there. Maybe they want to ask, but they're too shy to ask. So I'm like, would you want to take a picture with that model specifically? Now, if you were doing a meet and greet in the 18 plus section, I guess more people would have asked for the casino bunny model. True! True. Yeah, it's... I think most people just don't think about it being possible. And I don't want to start a meta of that either. I'm just saying I'm fine with it, right? I do not speak for other people. I'm fine with it. It's something that never occurred to me until the latest meet and greet where quite a lot of people, I think I took like probably 20 pictures of the furry model where they're like, either they straight up ask for it, they're like, can I take a picture with the furry model? If that's possible. Or they complimented the model when I wasn't in the furry model and I was like, maybe I should just ask if they want to take a picture with the furry model because maybe, there's a reason they come up and the first thing I do is like, by the way, your furry model. So I'm like, maybe I should just ask so they see it's an option. Also because they may have seen it while waiting in queue. That I pulled it out for other people. But maybe they're scared to ask, but they may have seen it, so... yeah. Fucking have both models on screen! For meet and greet, that's possible. For regular streaming, it might be a bit too difficult on my system. Have all the models... Casino, 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, fucking furry, all the chibis, everything. Just have it all out there. Every outfit, boom. The shy harem. If I see someone switching between models and I won't mind asking. Yeah, I think that's also why some people ask. Someone was brave enough to ask pretty early on in line. And I don't know, the camera was angled in a way where I couldn't really tell where the line was, but maybe the rest of the line saw it and therefore was more happy to ask. Also, when you have a virtual meet and greet, you're on a speaker, and depending on how far the line is, they can just hear me talk about it, and they can hear me offer and ask, or agree to swap into the furry model, and then they hear that and they're like, oh shit, me too, I want to ask as well.